Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode. In this one, we're going to be starting a brand new build series, and this is going to be quite a long one, so definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing this one for a while. I'm going to slip a few other builds in between, but yeah, in this one, we're going to be shaping out the hull and kind of getting a lot of the shapes mostly done. The overall dimensions mostly done. Later I'll redo the hull a little bit later on in the build, but for now we'll get right into the build. This barge is part of the build, and that is something that I've already built off camera, but I will put into a video later on. But yeah, in the meantime, this is going to be our newest build. I'll get into it a little bit later on what it is and kind of the idea, the inspiration, and the purpose. But in the meantime, if you like what you see, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Come back for more. We will be finishing this thing off. It'll probably take quite a bit, but yeah. I'll stop blabbering on about, and we'll get right into the build. All right, so at this point, you're probably wondering what in the world am I making? So to basically put it shortly, this is going to be an amphibious assault ship. So it's really going to be just a micro carrier. I want to build an aircraft carrier. Excuse me. But the main reason I want to build one of these is I've never really built one, but the challenge with this one is I want it to fit in an unmodded workbench, so anybody can spawn them easily without a mission. I've done the mission thing before. I don't know. I kind of find it annoying. So, but yeah, it's going to be basically a little carrier. In that barge that you saw at the beginning, it is designed to basically be like a remote controlled barge that you can assault beaches with. So it slides in and out of the back of the carrier, and it is powered via an electrical tether. And that way you can transport things from the lower bay to the beach very easily without having to worry about fuel or anything like that. But we'll get into that later. And if you guys stick around, at the end of the video, I'll show the carrier a little bit later on. It's definitely not anywhere near completed, but you guys will definitely see a lot more detailed, a lot more shaping done and stuff like that. But for the meantime, yeah, so that's kind of what this trough was for. That barge was pre-designed. We're going to actually make it a little bit longer too later on, but you're going to see that I'm going to take this thing all the way to the front and basically make this ship as big as we possibly can. Okay, so you can see we're pretty much done with the hull. I'm going to fix this up. It's a little ugly, so I'm going to redo this part, and then I'm going to get a top on this, and we'll spawn it, and we will kind of look around, check it out for scale, see what we want to change. But for the meantime, I did mention earlier that I'm going to change the front of this hull. I don't really like how far back it goes, so I'm going to make it a lot more aggressive later on. It's just going to kind of make the ship look longer and help the proportions out a little bit. But yeah, this is more or less the hull. Like I said, I made it pretty much as big as possible, and we're going to make it even bigger. You'll see in just a few minutes. But basically, I add these overhangs that kind of spawn straight up and down, and then they fold out and they connect via a hard point, and they make the deck a lot longer. But that way you can make the boat a little bit bigger than the workbench. Not a huge improvement, but it definitely counts for something. But yeah, we had a top on this, like I said, and I'm gonna hop in here real quick, and it looks like I missed something. So, yep, there it is. And this ship gets changed quite a bit, so a lot of this will change. And like I said, if you stick around to the end, I have a little bit of gameplay footage later on. A lot more recently, it's honestly about after maybe 2 months of work. So like I said, this is going to be quite a long build. It's going to take us quite a while to get something this size done. I'm going to pack it as full of detail as I possibly can. So we're going to be doing everything. The current version of it has a catapult, it has remote controlled cranes, it has HVAC systems, freshwater systems, all sorts of stuff, lots of lifts. It has a blast door for munitions. So definitely stick around. We're going to be building a lot of those in future episodes and whatnot. But for the meantime, I'll hop in one last time lapse, and then we will get into the live play. right, so at this point you more or less get the gist of what we're building here. And to kind of go further into why I'm deciding to build this is, I mentioned earlier, I've always kind of wanted to build a carrier. And so this is technically an amphibious assault ship. It's going to be more for helicopters and stuff like that. But you'll see later on it does have a catapult. I have landed planes. I made a plane for it. But just for scale reasons, it's more of an assault ship. And the big cool idea that I had for it was kind of that barge in the back. So you can operate the carrier without that barge and kind of just have like a wet deck back there, or you can have it with the barge and just have like the full operational floor that you could do repairs, servicing, store vehicles, cargo, whatnot. And like I said, the cool idea with that is basically via a tether, you can detach it and attach it to the ship pretty easily and drive it. And you can steer it right to shore and unload your cargo, load it up. You won't have to bring this big freaking lugging ship all the way to shore and get into shallow waters. It sits quite deep in the water and stuff. So, but yeah, that was kind of really the main idea. I had that barge in mind. I made a few prototypes and they went really well. They went a lot better than I thought. So I decided, yeah, I'll make an assault ship and I'll kind of throw that in the back of it just for fun. But yeah, this is just about the end of the video too. So I did promise you guys a live play. We're going to get into that in just about a second. I'm just making sure that these attach and I'm going to fix that. It looks like it needs to go back one block. And just check it out in the camera mode. And like I said earlier, you notice how far that hull line in the front is back towards the middle of the ship. I'm going to move that a lot more forward and it's going to give us a lot more space. But this is the current footage. So I'm currently on that barge, you'll see, and we're going to drive it right into the rear of the aircraft carrier. A little jumpy right there. That's my fault. Haven't been using the controls on this for a while, so that's my bad. But it locks right in place. You can hop right off. You see plenty of little space. Get our tiny little tractor out here. Made this fun little guy too, so you have something to drive around, move cargo around. It's quite big, as you can see. So, but yeah, this is more or less the build. And if you guys want to see more, this is where we're headed. Again, this is nowhere near a finished ship, so take what you see here as a grain of salt. Any of it can change. I might change it. I'm willing to redo a lot of stuff because I'm crazy. But yeah, if you like this, don't forget to hit a like and subscribe. Definitely come back for more. I'll be getting this on the Steam Workshop as soon as I can, and we'll be getting all of the build done on YouTube, and I'll edit these videos up, and we'll keep talking about it. We'll keep kind of just doing our thing. And like I said, I'm going to slide a couple other build videos in between, a couple other series too, so just stick around for that. But yeah, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.